Okay.
Yes.
So first, let me introduce about our company, Paths Group. We are 30 years young IT service provider company. With a team of 45, we are maintaining more than 3,000 plus devices, and we are resolving almost 5,000 plus tickets every year. We provide all types of hardwares like laptops, desktops, thin clients, printers, routers, and we are partnered with all leading IT hardware company, HP, Dell, Lenovo. We are also help you in software license compliance. We are working with Autodesk, Microsoft, Adobe, Corel. We are also providing solutions from Bitdefender and Quickkill for antivirus solutions. We do networking also, passive and active both. We do structured cabling, rack dressing. We provide routers, access, firewalls. Additional to computer products, we also provide infra products like CCTV, EPFBX, video conferencing unit, access control, PoE switch. We are partner for cloud solutions also. We provide Acronix and Carbonite backup solutions. We also provide Tally on Cloud. We have our own data server in NetMagic data center, by which we are able to provide you your ERP and CRM on cloud. We have already hosted BZ, Spectrum, Focus, CRM, accounting software on our cloud. We are also providing solutions for G Suite, Office 365. February is known as Valentine month, and anyway, this is a Valentine week. So who is your Valentine in your business? So I will say your data is your business Valentine. You can buy hardware again, you can buy software again, but data, if it is lost, either you have to recreate it or you have to restore it from the backup. So data management is a tough job, because data management requires a good data storage person, good data backup solution, and good data protection. So you require a professional to manage it. So we have that service, data management as a service, data 24/7, in which we help you to manage your data professionally. To know more about it, you call me directly, because this is not the session to give you details about data 24/7. These are my clients, good clients, the Reserve Bank of India, City Civil Court, Mumbai Police, Sula Wines, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Shivani, the number of clients and many more. Now, today's session is basically a Pathshala. It is our new initiative to increase computer awareness among Paths family. So today's topic is data privacy and information security and post-cyber crime measures. This is a session will be given by Mr. Praveen Revige, a cyber security expert. He is digital electronic engineer with 30 plus years of experience in IT industries. 14 plus years of experience in cyber security, certified information security auditor, is ISO 27001 certified, certified cybercrime investigator and forensic analyst. He is a founding member and ex-vice chairman of Association of System Integrators, is a computer dealer association Mumbai based, ex-vice president for Microsoft channel partner India West region, and he is on the managing committee of Motiben Dalvi Hospital and Saraswat Dinvatsal Sangh NGO. So Praveen Bhai is already joined our session. So I'm welcoming Mr. Praveen Rege to take over from this and explain us about this cyber security and all that, because every day that monster of cyber crime and cyber fraud is becoming more and more big. Yeah, Praveen Bhai, over to you.
Thanks, Tushar Bhai. In fact, I must appreciate Tushar Bhai is always keen on giving solutions to the customer instead of just selling. And I must appreciate that he has started a new initiative, which is Pathshala, and the first session is on data privacy and information security and post cybercrime measures. And I am actually honored to host this session. Now, data privacy and information security and post cybercrime measures, both are actually vast topics, and we can have a number of sessions. However, I'll try to just touch both the topics in brief so as to keep up with the time. And what I have done is, both the topics I have divided into two parts. One every topic is divided into personal and company related. So let's start. So data privacy today, loss of data privacy in current environment where we lose our data. But prior to that, I want to show you a video. So kindly go through the video and be attentive on the audio also.
This is just the beginning.
Really, privacy didn't exist for millennia. We lived in small clans in caves, and if somebody did something in the other part of the cave, you got to see them. And we went from caves to small villages where people lived with 20 or 30 people, and everybody knew everybody's business. And then eventually, during the Industrial Revolution, people went and lived in cities, and that's actually when anonymity began to develop. And that lasted pretty much up until the internet age.
As you fast forward, what you see is the social effect of being able to communicate in this computer-mediated way. But we're starting to see some other, let me say, unsettling things.
There's an infrastructure in place in the United States and worldwide that NSA has built in cooperation with other governments as well, that intercepts the vast majority of human device-based communication. Pre-criminal surveillance, where the government wants to watch what you're doing just to see what you're up to, even behind closed doors. The reality of working in an intelligence community is that you see things that are deeply troubling.
Privacy is deeply under assault. Technologically, it becomes feasible to track you in more ways than anybody could imagine. Every time you click like on Facebook, there are computer algorithms that can figure things out about you based upon what you like. So if you like certain musicals, they can say you're more likely to be gay, and they've actually run studies on that at MIT. So we're all leaking data, and we're being segmented by large data companies that store this data, often very insecurely, with very little regulation, and we don't know how that will play out in the future.
There's this whole dynamic in which privacy is rapidly eroded, but we don't have a good set of social conventions that tell us what we should be doing with this kind of technology and how we should be treating each other. How do we evolve appropriate social conventions for the environment that we are not only living in, but creating?
Privacy is very much a fundamental human right, and I think we should be doing much more to protect it.
If we don't act to establish international standards that are widely respected and enforced by strong technology, we may not be able to get privacy back. But today we can. All we need to do is advocate for reform.
I've heard people say, if you've got nothing to hide, then you wouldn't try to assert privacy. And my response to that is, if you've got nothing to hide, then you've got nothing to live for.
So when you don't have anything to hide, nothing to live for. So everyone has something private or secret. Now first, let's see what type of data we share on the internet. So where do you stay, where do you travel, where do you work, modes of transport, etc. That is demographic. Then your financial, that is bank details, credit, debit card details, shopping accounts, utility payments account, salary, income, donations, loans. Then health wise, your height, weight, physical, psychological problems, temporary or long-term diseases. Then social media, your social media accounts, social friends, habits, hobbies, interests, likes, dislikes, communal principles, national interest, your genetic, that is relatives, friend, family tree, social circle, marital status, sexual orientation, education, job, parents, children, pets, official identifiers, that is your PAN, Aadhaar, employee or student ID, consumer registration numbers, insurance, mediclaim details, and biometric, that is stored biometric data, pins, password. So you can just imagine how much data you are sharing on the internet. So who is watching you? So whether you are constantly posting on social media, shopping online, or simply surfing the web, you are being watched. Even when you are in the so-called privacy of your own home, you are being watched. Does that bother you? Do you know who is collecting your data and what they are doing with it? Would you like to know how to stop it?
Just pick up the phone. अरे
Now you can
Yes, of
see
course.
search engines, web browsers,
चलो फोन देते
cookies,
ना छुट्टी का
social
कॉल
networking site, internet service
How do you do
providers, apps, programs, all of them collect your
that?
data.
Can someone sorry to interject, Mr. Praveen, can someone silence everyone else and then uh, unmute Praveen, please?
So I am audible now.
Yes,
So
sir. Thank you.
yeah. So why they are doing this? So first thing is that is told by government to report our activity. Now basically that is for the government to define their strategy, future strategy related to maybe statutory compliance or any other kind of decisions they want to take. And in case of any offense or crime from your side, they always want the data to be present there as an evidence. Apart from that, these companies, that is social media, social networking sites, or search engines, browsers, or even ISP apps and programs, why they collect your data? Simple. It's simple, primarily for advertisement, promotions, driving directions using the data collected. Now, for example, when you visit Amazon and you search for a particular item, you automatically see in the at the bottom that people who search for this also bought this. Now, from where Amazon got this information? That means they have collected some data. So similarly, they must be collecting your data, what you are shopping and what are your interests. So don't be surprised or rather shocked when you visit a local store and the salesman says that, oh, welcome, Mr. Reggae. I know you like check shirts and that too a green and yellow combination, and your size is 42. So don't be surprised or shocked if this kind of information is used for marketing purpose. So what compromises our data privacy? So our web surfing activity, which includes username and passwords, website you have ever visited and how long you stayed. Then online shopping and media uses, that is purchase you have ever made, per store including size, price and type of item, credit card number, etc. We often make a mistake of saving card information on the online shopping sites. Smartphones or smart gadgets and IoT, Alexa, then smart DVR, smart fridge, smart TV, smart car, smart bike, smart everything. So whatever smart devices you use, you are sharing the data where you have driven and what you drive, what time you set your or and turn off your phone alarm, arm or disarm your security alarm, what temperature you prefer at your home, at which times of seasons, all these kind of things, these smart gadgets are collecting your data. So social media tracking, that is email or received an email, friend and follower on each of your social media platforms. When you post your photo or when you post anything, you have ever liked anything or commented on it, then music, movies and TV shows you like, and how much time you spend doing with them. E-banking and mobile payments, your banking username, passwords, card numbers, pins, CVV, different payment accounts and passwords. Permission given to apps, backdoor entries of apps and games. Now, for example, PUBG, when you are, this is just an example, when you are playing PUBG, you are directly connected with the another user and you can talk to him in real time. That means a road is created between you and the PUBG server, and again PUBG server from PUBG server to that particular user. That means the PUBG server can collect data from both of the devices, yours as well as your friends. So what you can do? So what you can do is you can have discretion in personal disclosures. You can define on your social media sites what others can see or what information can Facebook collect or not. Of course, they keep on resetting in between, but you also have to keep on visiting and checking the settings again and again. And access secure sites, that is using HTTPS. Read before you allow access to privacy. We normally install apps and that particular app always ask you that they want to access your gallery, your contacts, then blah, blah, blah. Now, a particular app, let's say a game like Sudoku, I'm just giving an example. Why does that need access to your photo gallery? But we don't read all those things and we just give access to those areas. So you can use private VPN, antivirus, a proper antivirus, a full-fledged antivirus, not a free antivirus. And in case of paid antivirus, also full-fledged like total security kind of thing you should use. You should use ad blockers and tracking blockers, password managers and private email clients you can use, private browsers and search engines. For example, DuckDuckGo, Google actually collects lots of information. DuckDuckGo, it's a search engine which does not collect any kind of your personal information. So you can use private browsers and search engines. Apart from that, you can regularly have backup of your data. You can have encryption of your data, maybe if possible, encryption in transit also, not only at rest. Then you should use licensed software. We always like on that. Though it may cost you something, but compared to your data loss or privacy loss, it is nothing. So use licensed software, use paid antivirus, use complex passwords, combination of capital letters, alphanumeric, symbol, all those kind of things, and use high quality or good quality routers and DVRs. So that was on personal level. I am now coming to the company level. So information security. So information flow in today's dynamic world. So again, types of information as far as any company is concerned. So clients and vendors list, then purchases, quotations and sales. Now this is important, business strategy. You may be planning to buy another unit or maybe opening a branch in another city, or maybe planning to take over another company or something like that, or maybe planning to introduce new product or services or something like that. So business strategy. Now your unique designs, your USPs, your formula, your IP, intellectual property, it may be a design, it may be a particular process, or it may be a particular product, it may be anything which due to which means you are unique. So unique designs and USPs and core IPs. Compliance and statutory, that is your income tax returns or your tax information, GST returns or whatever. Sometimes you do the adjustment related to taxes and you want to save tax, you may take certain steps for that. So all these information are very important for your company, and if you lose this information, then your business is in trouble. So what is information security? So protection of data from unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, distribution, deletion, corruption, modification, inspection, or recording. Now we believe in CIA, that is first confidentiality. So your data should be, means the confident data should be confidential data should not be accessed by anyone other than defined users, that is preserving restrictions and protection against data breaches. Then integrity, prevent data from being modified or misused by unauthorized party, that is if you don't protect it properly, or it may get hacked, or you may have a ransom attack, or maybe someone intentionally can change your data. So the integrity of data is also important. And of course the availability, it should be available for you or any authorized user whenever required, and that too in the complete format. So keeping information accessible to all authorized users whenever needed. So information security breach are causing companies to shell out millions, you can see. So why it is important to you? Basically, reputation loss and business disruption. What the study says is 60% of SMBs go out of business in less than 6 months after a cyber attack. I know few companies during this lockdown period or pandemic, they were working from home, their data was not secured, and they had a data breach and few frauds, and due to which they have to shut down their companies because the loss they incurred was heavy. Other than that, you can just think about it. You may recollect Zoom was compromised, and then people started moving away from Zoom. They went for WebEx and Teams and all other things. So basically, when your data is compromised, your reputation is at stake, and your business may affect. Protecting core IP and USP against competition. As I told you that you may be having certain business strategy also, or you may be having certain designs, products, or which are unique to your business. And if you lose that to your competition, then of course it will affect your business. So anyone can be impacted. Just Dial, Amazon, Swiggy, Z5, Air India, many were impacted in 2021. Additionally, you have a legal liability based on IT Act due to dealing with personal and confidential data. That means if you are dealing with your client's personal data or any sensitive data like health records or banking information, or if you are creating usernames and passwords for your clients, and if you are collecting their Aadhaar, PAN, or any kind of information, then it is there is a legal liability in the IT Act if you don't protect their data. And again, regulatory focus, like in healthcare industry, there is HIPAA, DISHA, which compels you to protect patients' data. And again, Personal Data Protection Bill 2019, that also requires you to protect your client's data. So what are the implications for you? So IT Act actually applies to all organizations that process personal information. So if you are, as I said, if you are collecting any kind of information of your clients, then it is applicable for you. Section 43A of IT Act 2000 and Information Technology Rules 2011 apply to sensitive personal data. So this is very, very important. Any kind of personal data, financial or health related, you have to protect that. So a body corporate must implement reasonable security practices, procedures and standards to handle sensitive personal data or information. A comprehensive documented information security program and policies that contain managerial, technical, operational and physical security control measures that are proportionate to the information assets it seeks to protect. So as per the law, you are supposed to protect the data. So preventive security measures are preventive security services are offerings. So if you are dealing with confidential or private data of customers, we can help you. Embarking on digital transformation, or if you are moving to cloud, expansion to other locations, or looking for a work from home setup. So we can give you complete security planning and setup, business continuity planning and disaster recovery framework. This I'll go slightly in detail. So what we do is we do gap analysis and planning. We understand the business. We identify the risk and threats via gap analysis. Then we define key risk areas, policies and procedure. Then we design and implement planning based on policies and procedures, designing and implementing the internal controls and security protocols. And not only that, after implementation also we do management and tracking, that is continuously monitoring, management of secure environment and real-time monitoring and metrics-based tracking of the for continuous improvement. We do cyber law consultancy also, that is anti-fraud, anti-bribery, anti-corruption services. Compliance and international data means not only as far as the Indian IT Act is concerned, we can help you for international laws also. That covers my first part of data and information security. Now I will be moving to the second part of post cybercrime measures. Again, it has been divided into two parts, that is personal and company-wise. So, introduction to the world of cyber security. I'll just take you through a video again. Now, we saw that what kind of information we share on internet. Our personal information, our financial, our company related, our designs, all these kind of things, our vendors, customers, everything we share on internet. Now, what can happen if that particular data is compromised? I'll just take you through a video. We are moving towards smart world, smart fridge, smart TV, smart car, smart bike. I'll just go through the video first.
My name is Mike Regan. I own this company. Let me talk to you about the future.
It crashed.
Grab the temp guy.
You really saved my ass in there. Maybe you can come over to our house, have a look at our internet.
Ed Porter, ma'am. I'm the IT guy.
This is our daughter, Kaylin.
Hi. You know, smart panels in your home have built-in cameras, right?
I had them disabled. I like my privacy.
Good luck with that. Evening, Mike. Caitlin, she texted me.
This is family, friends. Have a good night.
Who was it?
Nobody.
We have an issue. We've been hacked.
Polished man with a successful business and the perfect family. You're not the master of the universe, Mike. We'll see how tough you are and your little planes start falling out of the sky.
Until we can clean out the hack, everything's grounded.
You have any evidence that he's actually done any of these things?
Change everything. Passwords, codes, secure this place. The pictures you take, the things you put out there, they can be used to hurt you.
Privacy's over, Mike. It's a whole new world now.
I want you to fix it.
I promise.
So you can see how serious it is if your data gets compromised. So let's go through the types of cybercrime. First type is the financial fraud, that is online scams and victimization, phishing attacks, ransomware and extortion. So ransomware, I need not tell you anything. Extortion is something like blackmailing, that someone befriends with you and then you have intimate kind of discussion with them, photos, videos are shared, and then they start you blackmailing. That is extortion. Then phishing attacks, I need not tell you about that. Phishing attacks, you know what it is. You may receive a link in SMS or WhatsApp or even social media or in email, which looks like a genuine email, and you click on that link, your device gets compromised, your information gets collected. And online scams like free lunch you get and those kind of things. Nowadays, even offline scams are also going on, like people call saying that they are calling from army and they want to purchase something, and our boss or major general or someone would talk to you. So talk to them very politely, and you want to buy this and that. Then they send you the link, and they'll say, okay, we'll pay you 10 rupees first, we'll pay you full advance. You keep on the link, and these kind of financial frauds are going on currently. Data theft, identity and data theft, your USP, IP theft, password attacks, malware, Trojan horses. These cases are also on rise during this pandemic. Financial frauds are basically happening more related to means on a personal level. Company level, there is an increase in the frauds, but they are happening at very high level, in the sense the amount will be not less than 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs or something like that. Data theft again is happening, the cases are on rise because the proper data protection is not there, and people have moved to work from home scenario. So data theft, identity theft are happening, and that is also on rise. Others like cyber stalking, sexual harassment, location tracking, web attack, and cross-site scripting. Many a times what we do is we go to a site to find out a toll-free number of a particular company or help desk number of a particular company. Now, what hackers do or the fraudsters do is there is an option in Google. When you search, it shows at the right side the company details, and there is an option at the bottom, suggest and edit. So fraudsters use this particular feature and they change the help desk number of the banks or even companies. And then what you normally do is you try to call them as considering as help desk, and they'll lure into you into a financial fraud. So what to do if you are a victim of a financial fraud? So you should inform the bank immediately. Be careful of keywords to use, not use. Be specific. See, directly or indirectly, when you are a victim of a financial fraud, you have not done it purposely. So while calling the bank, you should be careful that you should be able to tell them that the person who was talking to me, talking very fast, and he lured me into few things, and he kept on talking, and I didn't actually understand what I was doing at that particular time. So those type of language you should use. As far as possible, don't show that you have done it. Actually, you haven't done it. It is the fraudster who took you to the path of doing it. Then block your card and account and record the ticket number. See, the call which you made for informing the bank, and at the same time you will be blocking your card. You ask them for the ticket number. Every support desk has a ticket number facility, especially related to banks, and they may say, no sir, we don't have any that kind of thing, but they do have that kind of process, and so you should ask for the ticket number. Then report to the local police station, cybercrime cell, and RBI. If you want, I'll send the links to Tushar Bhai. He'll share it to you for reporting to cybercrime cell and RBI. And you can go to local police station with the copy of the complaint, the ticket number. You write down everything whatever has happened, and take 2 copies with you. Mention the bank ticket number which you have received, and go to the local police station and request them to take the complaint. They may not take the complaint, may not take it as a FIR, but you may request them to at least take the document and give the acknowledgement on the second. You can tell them that the bank requires a police complaint to be lodged, so at least you give me acknowledgement on the second copy, and you can get that. Same thing with the cybercrime cell. Again, local police station may ask you to go to cybercrime cell, and that is not wrong. So you can go there. Another option nowadays available is a toll-free number 155260. 155260. You can call on that number. You can report everything, and there are chances that your money you may get it back. In case of financial fraud, we are more interested in getting our money back than finding the fraudster. Consult your cybercrime investigator as soon as possible. The reason being, the fraud happened maybe because of your device or your email or your social media account is compromised. So consult cybercrime investigator and get all these things checked so that the same fraud does not happen in future. What to do if you are a victim of a data theft? Contact cybercrime expert immediately. Now it depends on the type of crime. If it's a ransomware kind of attack or direct attack or direct hacking, then you should first disconnect your network. Then you should contact cybercrime expert immediately in case of the data theft. And at the same time, you create a list with chronology of incidents or devices affected and users with access. Do not handle the affected devices on your own. It may be possible that you may lose some evidence. Attempt to make changes to the affected data. Again, the same thing. Try to investigate by yourself. So it may be leading to tampering of evidence. That there is a procedure involved for the forensics or investigation. The hard disk of those particular computers are to be imaged forensically. Forensic images to be taken. There is certain process involved, and then the investigator will work on those images to find out what exactly has happened, what kind of data was stolen, from where it was stolen, who has stolen, all those kind of things. So don't try to investigate by yourself. That will be a tampering of the evidence. What to do in case of other cyber crimes? So contact cybercrime expert immediately. Other cyber crimes means your Facebook account hacked, or Instagram account hacked, or someone is posting on your wall some wrong things or anything like that, or any kind of sexual harassment or extortion for that. And again, create list with chronology of incidents, devices and people affected, and inform police and file a complaint. It varies on case to case basis. Now, post crime measures. So this is especially related to the company, again the second part. So what we do, offerings for detection, investigation and curative measures. So sample situations. So victim of financial fraud. For individuals, example OTP link. Bank fraud. For companies, example again directed payments. Nowadays this is on rise in pandemic. Directed payment means, suppose Tushar is my client and I have given certain products or services to Tushar, and Tushar normally transfers pays my invoices by transferring into my bank account. Okay, now one fine morning Tushar receives an email from me saying that there is my bank branch found some COVID positive patients, so it is closed and I am urgently in need of money, so my invoice payment, please pay into this particular account. And normally the email is a phishing email, but Tushar feels that okay, it is from the right channel, and he pays into that another account, and I don't receive the money, the fraudster receives the money. After few days what happens is I again follow up with Tushar, and Tushar says, अरे मैंने तो पे कर दिया यार, तूने ईमेल किया था ये बैंक में मत भेज, वो बैंक में भेज, मैंने भेजा, ये देख मेरे पास ट्रांजैक्शन आईडी है, ये है, वो है, ये। तो तुषार बोलेगा मेरी क्या गलती है, मैंने पेमेंट कर दिया, इट वाज मेल फ्रॉम योर साइड। और मैं बोलूंगा मैंने मेल भेजा ही नहीं है और ये मेरा अकाउंट नहीं है। इसमें सबसे ज्यादा अफेक्ट होने वाला मैं हूँ, क्योंकि मेरा पेमेंट उसमें अटक जाता है। एंड इट डिपेंड्स what amount it can be. So what actually happens in this case is either my device or email ID is compromised, and the fraudsters does nothing but keeps a watch. And once he finds that okay, Praveen is regularly dealing with Tushar and these kind of dealings are happening, then he'll send it from my email box, or he may create something, he may create an email which will look similar to my email and will send it to Tushar. So these kind of directed payments are happening nowadays. I would request all of you that you call all your clients and tell them, if you are accepting online payments, then you tell them that unless you receive a phone call from our side, don't change the bank. Okay. Then personal phone, laptop hacked or data stolen. Provision of evidence to the court for defense. For your complaint, we handle all types of cases, including divorce and all those things. So what we do, e-discovery, forensic technology services, then responding to the breaches, fraud investigation, detection and investigation of non-compliance and fraud. These are our offerings. So e-discovery means we do in-depth forensic services, data mining, and we help companies to respond to breaches. We even help companies to create a team which will be like a cyber breach response management team, or in case of their victim investigation or identifying the vulnerabilities, doing VAPT and all those services. Then if anything, whatever we found, we create a robust evidence preparation where we do so the company is benefited in the court of law. Fraud investigation, financial reporting, or even bribery or corruption. As I told you, divorce cases, extortion, money laundering, employee fraud, then regulatory, even detection and investigation of non-compliance and fraud. So strengthening anti-fraud operations and detecting if anything is going wrong.
So we are closing the session. Thank you very much. Thank you, Praveen. Thank you, Sanket and Piyush and his team to helping us setting up this Zoom and all that. And thank you to all participants for joining us and making this session successful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks Tushar for the opportunity, and here,
Thank you very much.
I hope that it creates the proper awareness.